Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to an episode of Formula 1 2020 My Team Career, this time for the Brazilian Grand Prix. So let's get right into it. So here we go, Brazilian qualifying for the last round of Season 3 of my team career. Of course, in the last episode, in Mexico, we went from P22 to P1. We actually went from P22 to P7 on the first lap, I think it was. Maybe not, no, actually it was something like that, I think. It really showed off how good the car was, because it was the best car. Actually, for this round though, Mercedes actually kind of bumped us just by a couple, like 100 points, maybe even less than that. But as some kind of glitch over there, a couple frames missing, not really sure what happened there. But yeah, we had the best car that race. Now Mercedes has the best car once again, but it's really close, so we are still really in the fight for the pole position as well, as I had to literally do a dive down on, I think that was Nick De Vries over there, just to get past him to actually be able to go through and keep the qualifying lap alive, I guess, because like that I would have been over. It would have been at least P2 for us, maybe even worse. I'm not really sure if others will improve, but we are up by a tenth and a half as we go across the line over here. What is it going to be? Is it going to be pole? Yes, it is. Absolutely brilliant for us. So yeah, as I was saying, we won the Drivers' Championship in the last race. Now for this one, we just need to secure the Constructors, which we are probably going to win. We'd have to have a shocker of a race not to win. But a 1-2 from us in qualifying, so I guess let's see if we can take that into the race.
Formula 1 returns to Sao Paulo once again with the stage set for what promises to be another classic Brazilian Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel famously clinched his third championship here in 2012, and in 2016, Max Verstappen treated us to one of the finest wet weather drives of all time. It's an unusual anti-clockwise race here at Interlagos, where the Sao Paulo locals are packed into the grandstands at each of the 15 corners around this classic 2.7-mile circuit. Two very fast sections bookend the famous and highly technical Sector 2, where getting a good run out of Junção into one of the two DRS zones will be the key to any overtaking prospects today. Also here, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Red. What a season they've had. A well-deserved championship victory, and the pressure now surely off, with the title already in the bag.
It really is well-deserved. I wouldn't say it's been a faultless title challenge, but certainly one that has been consistent and well-managed. Here's hoping they let off a bit of steam today and give us an exciting race.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Red lines up on pole position, and it's Pierre Gasly in P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Hamilton, Bottas, Sergio Perez, and Sainz, Giovinazzi, Stroll, Verstappen, and Roman Grosjean, Ocon, Leclerc, Daniel Ricciardo, and Kvyat, Vettel, King, Kevin Magnussen, and Alexander Albon, Russell, De Vries, Latifi, and Lando Norris starts from the back of the grid. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So here we are lined up in P1, ready to get the race going from Gasly, Hamilton, Bottas and Perez. And it's lights up and away we go. We get a really decent start like we normally do. And I actually thought about this in the last episode. I actually mentioned it. Maybe not fully, I didn't fully explain, but I did mention it, that I am running at 90% AI right now. And as you saw in the last episode, maybe we did have the best car and all that, but it was just way too easy to overtake people. So for Season 4, I am actually going to move up to at least 95%, if not 100% on the AI, just to make it a bit more entertaining and challenging for me, because yeah, I don't really want to just win every single race. I want to fight for that win, like we are doing right now, because I did say the AI is really track dependent, so they could be weak on one track like they were in Mexico, but then they would be really, really strong in places like Monaco, Australia. I think they're quite good in, well, China, they're kind of like okay-ish. It's kind of like not really the best, not the worst. But in other places they are just absolutely OP, then in other places they're really, well, as you saw in the last episode, not really that good. But as we skip forwards, literally to close to the end of the race, lap 13, nothing happened. We just kind of maintained a 1 second gap to Gasly and Bottas. As we do have the pace now, just kind of stay ahead of them without even having to fight them, and defend from them like we had to in the last season, because like the couple of wins I got in that last season, I really had to fight for. I had to defend so hard from not from Gasly, but from Hamilton, Bottas. It was really hard, but now this season I can just kind of keep ahead on pace alone, as we just about barely get it out of the pits in front of Gasly. I was actually meant to stop on lap 10, but I actually went forwards to lap 12 because the tyres were doing so well. Now on lap 17 over here, went for the fastest lap because why not get that extra point on the board if I can. I've already got the drivers in the bag. I could literally retire from this race. I could have stayed home and skipped this race and still won. But I do want to get as much points as possible, just to be in the best mindset for season 5 as we cross the line in P1.
That's a race win. You've really been great today.
So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
The faces on our top three look so incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all.
So there you go, Constructors champions, absolutely brilliant. Get both championships, and we take a 1-2. I'm pretty sure that's our second 1-2 in this season. It's absolutely brilliant for us, as we win only by 3 tenths, well 4 tenths, but it was quite close at the end, but still. Now Pierre Gasly comes in 4th in the driver's standings, just behind Bottas and Hamilton. Oh, just behind, quite, well, not far behind, but kind of a bits away behind them. But I am going to keep him for season 4. He's a really good driver, definitely helped us in the fight for the Constructors. Also, I'm going to keep the engine, probably change up the livery and the driver suits, I guess. The overalls, maybe I'll keep the overalls the same, but change the livery, just kind of spice things up again. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time for season 4. Bye bye.